Hi guys, this is Max. Welcome to my channel. I'm a massage therapist and osteopath here in Barcelona. This video will be Thai massage on a table. You will see a lot of interesting technique where I mix deep tissue with chiropractic technique with Thai massage. I will not talk for all the video, but I need to for the guidelines. So now I'm gonna perform a thoracic adjustment. Generally, you have a 3 point of contact for the thoracic adjustment and one close to the neck. Especially when you do T1 or T2. So I was saying, if you want to see deep tissue video with my models and premium videos, you can go on Patreon. It's mostly massage. I will show massage to the leg, to the glutes, to the feet. That was a T1 and T2. Now on the other side. So it's used to be the video I used to do on YouTube. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna love it. So this is really helpful for people with neck pain and headaches. Then some stretch. This really helped the lumbar, the little stretch you saw on the QL, and then some work on a trap. I like this technique, allow you to go deep into the scapula, into point that probably the client never felt before. You want to play abduct the scapula in different direction. And you can do the same thing here in another angle. You get to find your rhythm. And in the same time, if you want to just relax, close your eyes, listen to my voice, or just listen to the sound of the massage video. This is a trigger point technique. So rolling the shoulder. You can roll in both direction. You can use the elbow to roll. The movement is medicine. The joint needs movement. Doesn't matter if it hurts. You got to find a way to move that joint in the range of motion when there is no pain. That's a mainly thing for a physical therapist, for a massage therapist, to try to reconnect with the movement through passive range of motion to active range of motion, and now some deep work on the longissimus. Now some technique from you. This is a really great way to stretch the chest. And you can even play with the front of the shoulder, with the glenohumeral joint, with the pec minor. And then you can play with the trapezius. As I say, I discovered with time that movement is the base to heal your client. And in the same time, it's always pleasurable for your client if they don't come for a relaxing massage, but they come for a real deep tissue of sport massage, to be moved, to be passively moved. Hear some stretch of the psoas, but in the same time, you can hear the click of the innominate. If, for example, is on there is a back tilt, you can just push it in the front. Then some stretch of the quad. You know, the quad and the iliopsoas, they always connected in some kind of way, and then the quadratus lumborum. So now I'm doing a technique from Thai massage. I'm learning how to go on top of the table. I'm a big guy, so sometimes it can be kind of uncomfortable for the client. You cannot do this with every client that come for the first time, or if you do it, you got to tell them before, because it can be pretty intense. You know, some big guy come on top of you and start massaging with your knee on your hamstring and start moving. It feels really good, don't get me wrong, but it can be menacing in a way. And then some stretch again of the chest. It give you another perspective, give you another way to work, and then you should explore from this position what you can do and what you cannot do on top of the person. So you can work on that longissimus, work on that deep rotators of the spine. I suggest the client to be dressed. If the client has no top, it's going to be difficult to do certain technique, certain stretches. And now some work on a deep 6 rotator, and some stretch on the iliopsoas on the other side. Here I was trying another grip, because in this way you can even go deep into the iliopsoas, and you can even work the multifidus while you're holding the legs. You can even give a belly massage while you're stretching the iliopsoas. So always try different things. Here I'm even stretching all the front chain. It feels really good. You should probably feel even the brain stretched. Then some more work on the piriformis, and then eventually I'm gonna move in this position. That helps work on the 6 deep rotators, the glute medius, the piriformis, the gemellus superior, gemellus inferior. I like this technique. It's really specific. I found the client can really feel all different muscle in a specific way. You can even concentrate where it hurts the most, so you can even use the other arm to move the base, so that you create kind of a Syriax with your arm. And then I stretch the front. Here you have another angle, some work, some mobilization of the spine, of the lumbar, of the glutes. These are the exact same technique I did on the other side. So you can do deep tissue in this position. You can see from the face of my client that she's really enjoyed the technique. And then some stretching. I got to say, she's very flexible, so I don't know if this technique will work with everybody, especially somebody that has a tight hip flexor. So be careful when you start stretching in this way. Then some work on a lumbar from the front. And some mobilization of the entire column. I start from the top and I go all the way down into the lumbar. Here, working with the scapula. As I said, dynamic movement, calm the brain, calm the mind, relax the spirit, and you get rid of all that cortisol that make inflammation, that make you hurt your body. And that's probably the main reason why we do massages, because it's a way to get rid of pain. It's important to be touched. We losing that connection with the body, and sometimes an expert in the sense of touch can really reconnect, retune us, re-engage us with our body. And now we have some lumbar roll technique to release L4, L5. Some work on the hips. This allows you to work still on the lumbar and relaxing the lumbar in this way. And at the same time, you can even stretch the piriformis muscle if you pull down the leg. Some stretching of the psoas again. And then the piriformis. And I adjust the ankle.
Oh.
Now you can see the same stretching on the column from a different position. So as I was saying, some technique can be pretty invasive. So like right now I'm putting my leg on top of the hips, so it can be, if you don't know the client, and as I said, the client has to be dressed, I think it would be best for this kind of technique. Wear sport bra, and that would be top. You can see I'm working all over the spine. I really like this technique. I think we forget as a massage therapy to work the rotation, to work the extension and the flexion of the spine. So we always work in a static way, face down, face up, but we never really move around the body. All that little joint in the spine, they need movement. They need to feel the movement. And the same way, even the sacrum need that kind of movement. And that's what I'm doing right now. In this position, on the side, this comes from Thai massage. You want to grab with one arm the nominate, and with the other the base of the sacrum. You got to find your rhythm. It feels really good on the client, and it's very helpful, especially if you have some pain, some arthrosis, some blockage in the hips. Here on the right you can see the diagram of the nutation, control nutation of the sacrum in relation with the innominate. Then you can even stretch it a little bit. I really like this technique. It's increase the value of your massage. And then now we have some work on the lateral side.
Sì, tranquillo.
No è acid, mantequilla. I'm scraping the muscle, the rotator cuff. So let's say that the movement I was doing before on the glenohumeral joint and on the scapula was a 6 or a 7. In this position you can reach the 10. This is the best position on my term to work the rhomboid and the scapula. Here you got 360 degrees. You can work on the shoulder, you can work on a little muscle of the deltoids, you can work on the rotator cuff with movement, things that you cannot do when your client is facing down. So you see I'm working on infraspinatus, I'm working this all around, different angle, creating movement, creating space, breaking adhesion. And for the client is new. The client is not used to something like this. The client is okay, I'm going face down. Oh, okay, I'm going face up. No, here you can just work in a different, in a creative way. You can stretch muscle that she never stretched before. You can even go on the latissimus, do some pin and stretch. Working on the triceps. The possibilities are infinite, and then you can start working on the. After you work on the latissimus, I suggest you to work on the QL. They're like so connected together. You want to open up. You want to create. So here, for example, you see I'm bending the client on the right, and I'm kind of create a U, opening up, create distance in a different part of the QL, in a different part of the spine. And then asking the client to press with the hips in my direction while I'm sewing into the attachment of the QL, and then eventually even work back and forth, like even come back to it again. Yeah, this QL work in this position is amazing, man. I really suggest you to try and to work on in this position. I have great result in my clients, especially people with back pain. And again, you will see some mobilization of the sacrum. So when you massage, you got to have a sense of the body, of the different line. So right now I'm working on the hips, stretching the ilium psoas. Why? Because I was working on the QL, and the QL and the psoas were pretty connected together. So now I'm asking with a PNF to activate the muscle, and when she relaxes, I'm gonna push more down. She has a great stretching ability, so it's not that difficult. And then I will work to release all the hips together. That feels really good on the back. So I go on one side, on the other side. And create circle around the hips. Feels really good to be moving this way. Sometimes you can do that actively, but I think passively it feels amazing. Pressing out to work the glutes, pressing in to work the adductor, and you can even feel some pop in the pubis. Then some release of the sacrum with active release technique, front, back. So I'm asking the client to with one leg to push up, with the other to push down, and you will see that if there is a sacrum to be adjust, you will feel, or she will feel a pop. I'm trying to be really soft so you can hear everything that I'm doing, and then some work, visceral work on the abs. This can be really helpful for people that cannot go to the bathroom, or can help with belly pain, inflammation, and you can even work all the muscle around the diaphragm. You can release tension in the diaphragm, stretching it with the use of the breathing. And guys, if you enjoy my content, just subscribe and go to my Patreon. See you soon. Bye.